Hey, how you doing everybody? My name is CherryBoy, and welcome back to Wolf Tales. Let's get right back into it. That would sound more convincing without the yawn at the start. Nope. There we go. Go to bed, Mirari. You aren't going to miss anything.
But I don't wanna. I don't feel tired.
You're a terrible liar. Sigh. Fine, stay up for all I care. I'm just going to watch some old VHS tapes anyway.
VHS? What is that? I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, most people under 20 haven't. It's a way for humans to watch movies and TV shows whenever they want. It's a bit dated now, but they still work, as long as you have the right equipment.
Movies and TV? Fuyu, do you understand what Juan is talking about? I think I've heard of TV. That's the magic box with moving pictures, isn't it?
You're not wrong, but do you girls seriously not know what television is? How could you be familiar with canned food and running water, but not television?
Even if you ask that. But what does television do that's so special? Running water and canned food provide us with sustenance. Why do we need television?
You actually do have a point there. Television has a couple of uses, but it's mostly for entertainment. I'll pull out a box filled with VHS tapes and place it in front of the two wolf girls. Inside of the box are dozens of tapes, still in their original cases, cover art and all.
These are VHS?
That's right. Pick one and you like the look. Pick one you like the look of, and we'll see what's on it.
Okay.
Mirari and Fuyu start looking through the box of old tapes. After searching for a few seconds, they each pull out a single tape. Let's see what you've got there. A documentary about animals of the grasslands?
Yes, I'm quite curious to see how those in other climates thrive.
I suppose you would be, if you lived in the snow your entire life. What about you, Fuyu?
I'm not sure I want to watch it, but the cover did catch my eye.
That's okay. Show me what you've... I almost gag amongst laugh as I gaze upon the tape in Fuyu's hand. On the cover is a young blonde woman with a large chest, dressed in nothing but a revealing swimsuit. Unlike the Grasslands documentary, which is still in its original plastic sleeve, this video has been viewed so many times that the tape is beginning to wear out.
Oh, what manner of VHS is that? Are we going to view that next?
No, this one would bore the two of you to death. It's not the kind of thing you'd be interested in.
Really? I did get the feeling I wouldn't like it. So it's a boring one after all, huh?
Oh yes, quite boring. I'll just put it back in the box way at the bottom, so we don't wind up picking it out again.
Huh?
I breathed a sigh of relief as the two wolf girls allowed my slip up to pass without a fight. Must have been a boring movie. Looks like I need to be more careful with that stuff as long as these two are here. I've been able to do things at my own pace until now, but I can't be so careless when guests are over. Yes, it's a really boring movie. Yeah. Rather than dwell on Fuyu's discovery, I hurriedly crammed Mirari's choice into the VHS player. After skipping through the ads, anti-piracy warnings, and other outdated product placements, I start the movie where the film crew are just beginning to set up. The first few minutes of the film explain how the crew are looking for specific animals during today's outing, and how they plan to observe each one. Whether they'll succeed or not is yet to be seen. All they promise is to not hurt the animals and to view them from afar.
Oh, look at that! The water is flowing in a perfectly straight line, without any chunks of ice floating in it at all. And the grass, it's everywhere. There isn't a single patch of snow to be seen. You're right, Princess. This is truly fascinating. With ready access to unfrozen water, do the animals living in those parts drink their fill and bathe whenever they feel the urge? I imagine they must. Why else would they? Oh look! Fuyu, look! The rabbit is drinking from the river. I see it, Princess. But where is all of its fur gone? It will never survive the winter like that.
You're the last person who should be asking that. I smile wryly as the two girls excitedly point towards the television. Even Fuyu, who generally attempts to feign disinterest in such things, is clearly enjoying herself. So far, movie night is a resounding success.
Huh? Where did all of the animals go? Why are they only showing humans now?
Looks like they're taking a break and discussing how they're going to track down the next animal. Boring. I agree, actually.
I don't. I find this fascinating. The humans are all huddling together to hold a strategy meeting, just like we would.
I think the people you're watching might claim that you have that backwards.
Oh look, a human city! Yuck, they're even further away from the grasslands now.
They're going back to the studio to talk with some expert.
My, that building is enormous. Are most human buildings as big as that? Oh, and the number of people. I've never seen so many human beings before now. How nice it must be to live there.
With one eye still glued to the television, Mirari starts to pull on my trousers. Talk to Mirari about the city, keep watching. It's not about the city. The city is convenient, but it's not that great to actually live there.
Juan, you grew up in a city like that?
Yeah, kind of. Maybe not quite as busy as that one, though.
What was it like? Tell me. Hey, princess, look. They've gone back to the grassy area now. There are cute animals and everything. Fuyu tries unsuccessfully to grab Mirari's attention. Now that the video has moved away from human civilization, Mirari's focus is slowly on yours truly. Grown. Fine. Fuyu?
In a huff, Fuyu mimics my actions from earlier and clumsily mashes the remote control until she succeeds in turning the television off.
Fuyu, what's wrong?
Nothing. Fuyu pouts as Mirari finally glances towards her. Sensing what's going on, I decide to put Fuyu out of her misery. I suppose it is getting rather late. We can continue watching the video some other time. For now, let's all go to bed.
But I want to talk about human civilization.
Oh, good idea, human. Or rather, that's exactly what I was thinking. Come here, princess. Let us go to sleep.
Okay then, if you insist. Good night, Juan.
Good night, Mirari. Fuyu. Good night. Without further complaint, Mirari curls up on the couch alongside Fuyu. Fuyu soon joins her and snuggles up close, as if making up for their dissonance moments ago. Content to leave the duo just like that, I retreat to my bedroom and head to bed myself. To sleep I go! Having napped for a while yesterday evening, I wake up earlier than usual this morning. Long before my largely unnecessary alarm clock can wake me up, I rise from my bed and begin to stretch. Unfortunately, even though I've awoken early, there's no reason for me to be awake at such a time. It isn't yet warm enough to work, and there are no time-sensitive activities in my list of things to do. All I've done is deny myself sleeping. I guess I'll go check on the girls. Maybe they have something they want to do this morning. I walk into the living room half expecting to see Mirari cooking and Fuyu sitting on the floor behind her impatiently. Surprisingly, however... Hello, wolf girls! Zzz. The two wolf girls are yet to awaken. Looks like I'm the first one up. I guess they're too comfortable to move, the way they are now. Watching over the two for a moment, a smile naturally begins to creep onto my face. Mirari and Fuyu snuggle together, sharing one another's body warmth, resting on the other's fur, and generally finding pleasure in being with the other. If not for the cuteness of their actions, I'd probably be jealous. What am I thinking? This is nothing to be jealous of. In fact, I should be thinking of ways to get rid of them even one day sooner. It's for their sake and mine that we go our separate ways as soon as possible. Everyone knows that humans and half-humans aren't supposed to get involved with one another. We're too different, and having one try to integrate into the society of the other will only result in pain for both sides. Over the years, many cautionary tales have been told regarding humans and half-humans getting along. Humans feeding starving half-humans only to then become their dessert. Half-humans seeking refuge in human homes, then ultimately slaughtering the families within and stealing their shelter. There have even been cases of mass killings on both sides, starting with nothing more than subtle differences in their ways of life. In hindsight, I've taken on a pretty substantial risk by taking a half-wolf, a member of one of the most aggressive and bestial races, into my home. That being said, looking at these two right now, it's pretty hard to imagine either one of them turning on me. Hell, Mirari acts more human than most of the people I've ever known, and she certainly knows her way around the kitchen better than I do. Speaking of which... Prying myself away from the adorable sight, I walk into the storeroom in search of something easy to cook for breakfast. When I start to prod around in the storeroom, however, I quickly realize something important. Oh man, where did all the food go? I thought I had enough to last until summer. I know those two eat a lot more than I do, but we shouldn't have gone through that much food already. Perplexed, I scratch my head. It's possible that Mirari may have moved the rest of the supplies when she was cleaning up, but without knowing where she moved them to, that thought does me little good. I guess I'll go make a trip into town after all. I was hoping to put this off until summer, but in a way, this might be for the best. A more up-to-date map would be helpful after all, and I do need to gather information about the recent changes to the terrain. Sigh. Off to town I go. And so we drive. Without dallying any further, I grab my keys and head to the side of the house. I then jump into my truck, turn the key, and start to rev up the engine. Ah, come on, you stupid thing. It hasn't been that long since I last drove you. I continue to rev the engine in an attempt to warm the truck up. Unfortunately, my efforts seem to result in nothing but an increased level of noise. Come on, you good for nothing. Grr. Oh. Yeah. Arf, arf. Grr. Ruff, ruff. Oh, this is the best thing ever.
Stay away from the princess, you!
The hell? I turn to look towards the house only to find that I've awoken my guests. Rather than address me personally, however, the two girls seem to be fixated on my truck.
Fuyu, look, it has one!
It does too. Give him back, beast. I'll cut you open with my claws if I have to.
Be careful, Fuyu. We don't know what it's capable of.
Don't worry, princess. I've got this.
Fuyu slowly approaches. Her hair is standing on end, her claws are readied by her sides, and her teeth are bared.
I'll help too. We're coming for you, Juan.
Right behind her, Mirari steps forward warily. Armed with a frying pan from the kitchen, Mirari looks like a frightened housewife rather than a wolf. Nonetheless, she comes forth bravely, ready to find my trick for the sake of freeing the person trapped within. Girls, please stop that. I'm sorry I scared you, but I'm fine, really. And Fuyu, you've seen my truck before, remember?
Grrr. I can still hear the human speak from within its belly.
Juan must still be okay.
Yeah, but not for long. We need to get him out of there before the beast finishes digesting him.
How do we do that? Do you know how to fight this thing?
No, but I wager that it's no different than any other beast. Tear its throat out with your teeth and it'll die.
Tear it? It couldn't possibly.
Don't worry, princess, I'll do it.
No, don't do it either. Just go back into the cabin, okay? This hunk of junk is nothing for you to get worked up about.
Fuyu?
Don't listen to her, princess. The beast is mimicking Juan's voice so that we'll let our guard down. As soon as we turn our back, it'll pounce.
Eep!
Oh, for the love of... Before Fuyu can scratch the pan of my truck, I turn the engine off and hop out. Look, I keep telling you, I'm fine.
Whoa!
Juan! Oh, thank goodness you're right. I was so scared. I heard a ferocious rumbling the moment I woke up, and when I came out to see what it was, the beast had already eaten you whole. I thought you were too late, and that you...
I exhaled deeply and placed my hand on Mirari's head. There, it's alright. This thing is nothing to be worried about.
But Juan...
Grr. Ha! Prod.
Is it truly dead? With Mirari's face buried in my chest, I watch on in amazement as Fuyu continues to constantly poke my truck with their claws. Fuyu, you don't need to do that. It's a machine, just like the kettle or the television. It isn't going to hurt you.
Like I believe that. This creature has already devoured you whole once. If it isn't dead, then what is it to stop? Then what is it to stop from doing so again?
I scratch my head in confusion as I try to think of a way to explain how to Fuyu... I try to think of a way to explain to Fuyu how vehicles work. Given her reaction to the noise and commotion it has generated so far, however, that may be easier said than done. Sigh. Forget it. You know what? I tamed it. I tamed the beast. It's under my control now. It won't harm anyone ever again.
Oh, I see.
Amazing, as expected of Juan.
They won't accept that it's a machine, but they bought that explanation straight away. Good grief. Or yada yada daze. Yeah, okay. Already far more exhausted than I should be, given the time of day, I sign once more and walk the girls back inside. Yeah! Phew. Alright girls, I'm back. I have enough canned food to last for 3 winters, even taking into account Fuyu's appetite. I also bought a new map and some rechargeable batteries for the radio. Want to help me unload the truck, preferably without attacking it. Girls? I enter the cabin, surprised to find it's both quiet and empty. As I walk through the cabin, I soon hear the sound of someone talking, though I can't yet make out what they're saying. Girls?
That's why I'm telling you, we need to go now. What do you think is going to happen if we keep wasting our time here? Do you think your mother is going to live forever, and she'll just keep on doing your duty for you?
I know it isn't fair on my mother. I know I should return, if only for her sake, but...
But what? You'd rather hang out here playing housewife to some human?
What's wrong with that? I like it here, okay? I enjoy human culture far more than our own. There's no hunting or sacrificing the weak, no fighting over food, no warmth, or constant power struggles.
No fighting over food, or warmth, or constant power struggles.
So why shouldn't I stay here? What does our pack have to offer that's so special?
It isn't about what the pack can offer you. It's about what you can offer the pack. Our kin expect you to lead them, just as your father did before you and your mother is doing right now. Are you going to let them all down because of your own selfishness?
Why shouldn't I? I'm sick and tired of being everyone's princess and being held on some kind of pedestal because of who my father was. I don't want to be a leader just because everyone keeps saying I'll be the next pack leader. That doesn't make it true. All I want is to live out my days in peace, like a human.
Slap! Oh no. The sound of chatter dies down in an instant. All that can be heard throughout the cabin is the echo of Fuyu's palm striking Mirari's cheek. Unsure of whether I should step in or not, I remained frozen on the spot, watching silently to see who would make the first move.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for letting you all down like this, but my mind is made up. I will not return to the pack.
Fine. Have it your way, princess. We'll be better off without a selfish human sympathizer like you leading us anyway. Fuyu pushes Ferrari pushes past Mirari and heads for the door. Without saying another word, Mirari rubs her cheek and quietly fighting back tears as she tries to remain strong. Come for Mirari or follow Fuyu. We gotta get Fuyu. Sorry, Mirari. I will come for you in a second. Before she can disappear from my sight, I quickly follow after Fuyu. Departing from the same door through which I've just entered, Fuyu runs out into the snow, seemingly without any purpose or direction. She simply runs straight ahead, intent on creating as much distance between herself and Mirari as she can. Slow down, would ya? I'm not as athletic as you are. Fawn, what are you? Oh, I get it. The princess couldn't bring herself to face me, so she sent you to do her bidding. Is that it? Fuyu, initially surprised to see me, quickly adopts an expression of annoyance. Her bid for solitude has failed, and rather than be greeted by the face of her best friend, the one who chases after her is her least favorite human. Nobody sent me anywhere. I just saw you running away from the cabin in tears, so I thought I'd better check up on you. I wasn't in tears, and if I was, they were righteous tears of anger. Righteous anger, huh? What happened? Did Mirari refuse to give you seconds for breakfast? I played dumb and intentionally provoked Fuyu, thinking that this way she'll be more likely to slip up and accidentally tell me the truth. Unfortunately, it's none of your business. Get lost, human. My plan fails almost immediately. Come on, Fuyu. Don't be like that. Besides, even if you don't tell me, you know that Mirari will. Wouldn't you rather have me hear your side of the story? Why should I care what you hear? It's not like you take my side anyway. You don't know that. Try me. I might surprise you. Fuyu turns away, but doesn't actually refuse. After thinking over my words for a moment, she lets out a sigh, then turns to face me once more. Fine, I'll enlighten you. This may be difficult for a human to understand, but within the pack, everyone has their own role and responsibilities. For some of us, that's gathering food. For others, it's building shelter. In Mirari's case, it's her duty to lead us. She must protect us from harm, make difficult decisions about our future, and ensure that everyone does their part to help out. Most importantly, it's up to our leader to solve any disputes which arise. They must put an end to any bickering and quell unrest within the pack before it becomes a problem. Are you with me so far, Juan? Yes, I understand what you're saying. Make decisions, keep everyone in their place, stop any infighting. Typical leadership. Good, I'm glad this isn't too difficult for you. Now, given the responsibilities of a leader, what do you think would happen if our leader suddenly abandoned us? A new leader would be chosen? A new leader would take the position by force. Democracy has never worked for my kind. At the end of the day, whoever is strongest will attempt to seize control, with or without the support of the pack. In the best case scenario, they take over without a fight, and everybody accepts their new leader right away. If they don't, or if more than one person puts their hands up, then there is a power struggle. The wannabe leaders kill one another, or if they don't want to fight, they take their own followers and form their own pack. Either way, the pack loses its power, it's reduced in size, possibly fragmented, and everyone needs to cover multiple roles to fill in the gaps. But don't think that's the end of the matter, Juan. What I've just described is simply the beginning. I unconsciously gulp as I try to take in everything that Fuyu has just told me. Honestly, I'm surprised. Mirari's desertion is beginning to sound far more serious than I thought. I can now see why Fuyu is so serious about bringing Mirari back home with her. Wow, that's quite a lot to process. I never thought Mirari's disappearance would have such a profound effect. Well, now you understand. Can I count on you to give Mirari a push in the right direction when the time comes? I won't do that. Change the subject.
Let's face it straight on, I won't do that. Sorry for you, but even knowing of your situation, I'm not going to do that. Mirari's decision is hers alone. I won't influence any more than I already have. If she'd rather live in solitude than return to her pack, then I won't try to tell her not to. Do you really think Mirari would be okay like this? Huh? What do you mean? Like what? You know, out there, all alone, living like you do. The princess may say she wants separate from the pack, but do you think she's really capable of it? So you're talking about Mirari's well-being now, rather than that of the pack. No, I can't say that I think Mirari would be suited to the life of a loner. It takes a great deal of strength, both physical and mental, to live on your own, far removed from society. I may not know Mirari as well as you do, but personally, I don't think she'd cope. Indeed, I believe we are in agreement. The princess's strength lies in how she interacts with others. On her own, she is quite hopeless. I kind of figured that would be the case. Living in solitude isn't for everyone. I agree. The princess ought to live her life in safety and comfort, surrounded by others. No, not just the princess. I believe that applies to all people. Everyone? That's a bit of a stretch. I'm actually pretty happy to be out here by myself, you know. Are you really? For you, Naruto gaze as he scrutinizes her face. My face? You say that you're happy out here, but wouldn't you rather be with your friends and family? Wouldn't you prefer to make a difference in the lives of others and to share in their experiences? Well, maybe sometimes. But aren't I already doing what you just suggested? Huh? A smile of service is on my face as I take the opportunity to share my perspective with Fuyu. You just implied that I should be living with my family, because that way I would make a difference in the lives of people other than myself. But isn't that exactly what I've been doing out here? I don't mean to brag, but a few days ago, I saved a life. Mirari's life. If I hadn't been living out here, far away from civilization, that girl would have perished in the snow. Fuyu goes silent. Even if she doesn't agree with my lifestyle, there's no way she can complain about me saving her friend's life. Anyway, even if I never met Mirari, I don't think there's any shame in choosing to live for and by myself. I came out here because I wanted to get away from everyone, and that's exactly what I've done. So while I personally don't think my lifestyle would work for Mirari, I'm not about to tell her what she can and can't do with her life. Maybe she'll miss everyone and come back. Maybe she'll enjoy living in solitude. Either way, I think it's Mirari's decision, and whatever she decides, you're just going to have to live with it. I think we're going to have to agree to disagree. I can see your point, and you've given me a lot to think about, but at this moment, I still cannot accept Mirari's selfishness. That's fine. If you'll agree to try and see things her way, then I think that's plenty. And knowing Mirari is probably all she ever hoped for. She's ever hoped for. Alright. Okay. That's about all the time I have for this one. Okay. Once Fuyu has returned to the cabin, it takes no time at all for the two wolf girls to make up. With Mirari taking the lead, both girls are soon in tears, apologizing to one another and wishing to make amends. Okay, that's good. That's all the time I have for this one, everyone, but thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that like button, comment down below, and please subscribe and hit that notification bell, as I will be making more videos, and I will be epically appreciated of you. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. As always, my name is CherryBoy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!